All right. Hello, everyone. Today I would like to continue where we previously left, which was on the L2 skills. And previously we implemented a very basic skill, but it doesn't do anything really. It just plays an animation, but we don't do more than that. So today I would like to define or at least use some resources such as MP, HP perhaps, and do some damage, right? But I want to take a very specific approach on how do we want to implement those kind of conditions or actions that we want to happen when we cast and skill, right? Because so if we go back to the skill, where was it? Backstab. Is it not here? Maybe it was in the character. Backstab. Alright. So this is the skill. There we go. Okay, so now as I said, we don't have anything yet. Just an animation. Now, if you think about the skills, we may have several conditions that we have to meet in order to cast the skill. So for instance, on the backstab, we have to be behind the target, we have to have certain MP, and we have to use a dagger. Right now, one way to implement this would be to write the code for each single spell or skill. The thing is, I have done that in the past, not with this project, but with another project, which was a browser game, and the whole thing becomes very tedious, and most of the time you don't need the kind of flexibility that gives you to write each particular skill, right? So today with this project I would like to take a different approach where you can decide um, how can I say this? You can define the skill by setting up some properties, and that's it, right? Um, I think that would be ideal. You don't have to write a lot of code to implement new skills. You just need to tweak some values, and that's it. And if for some reason we need a lot of flexibility for a particular skill, we can just go ahead and catch that specific case, right? We can say, well, if we're casting this skill, just go ahead and run this code. But if not, just look at the properties and then um, do actions based on that, right? So let's go to the code and first of all, let's define some types. Is this a good place for this? Yeah, why not? Or do we want to go to JS API? No. No, I guess this is fine. Okay, so we want to define, let's say, JS skill. All right, and let's begin with this first example, right? The backstab. We do have some conditions. We'll say that we need some MP, right? Then we need to be behind the target. So how can we call this? Behind target requires back, something like that. And then we will say it requires dagger, right? Or yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so you kind of get the idea, right? We will have a bunch of properties for this skill, and then based on the properties, right, we can um, implement those skills, right? Now, for some of these conditions, we could use an integer and then use flags. But the thing about that is when we store that kind of information in that format, it becomes quite tedious to easily read the information, right? But instead, if you have something like this where it says, I don't know, requires dagger equals 1, well, you can clearly see we need the dagger to use this skill, right? So it becomes easier to read. All right. So for the backstab, I think this is pretty much it, right? But then again, if we, so we will need more conditions, right? And the only thing that we have to do is go ahead and say, I don't know, requires sword, and that's it. We keep adding those conditions to this struct, right? Now then, how do we implement the its skill? Well, it's quite easy actually. Um, so let's say that I wanna we may wanna include this properties as well. Now I guess this is fine. Also, we will say requires target, right? Because there are some skills that you don't need a target. And then what else? What else? Yeah, let's see how it works with just these properties. We can add them later. So okay, we will change this. We'll get rid of this too because we're going to do that right now. And then if I recall correctly, we got the declaration of this function right here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Get rid of this. And then we'll say, do we have word wrap? Okay. So struct just skill. All right. Is that, I guess? Okay. Well, and then the skill. All right. And then here, just struct just skill. Yo. Oh, there we go. All right. But why? Like, dude, can I get the rep on all the files? All right. So the skill. We take the skill, and then let's make sure we do have the skill per se. And I guess we will need, yeah, the skill ID. But Okay, yeah, so ID, the level, sure, why not? And then hit time, reuse time, sure. I don't recall. Okay, so it's unsigned. Let's go ahead and change that. The level MP, that's fine because we may have skills that we want to heal or recover some MP, and then we can do that using negative numbers. So hit time and reuse delay. Hit time, reuse delay. Okay, so again, now we can change this. We can say skill ID. Do we have the level? Yes, we do. Level, skill, hit time, skill, reuse, delay. There we go. Okay. And we may have to include some cast time as well. Well, I guess we don't, yeah, we don't need that right now. So we won't bother with that yet. But for now, what I'm going to do is, all right, so first, let's make sure, all right, so then this is where we check for each condition one at a time. Crap, I don't have the autocomplete stuff, so I have to show me stats. Is that it? Is that it? Yes, sir. Okay, so stats MP, right? Okay, so we have to make sure that we do have the MP to cast this, right? But then well, no, actually, let's go ahead and do this. So if we don't have the MP, done. And then we can update the stat right here. So stats MP minus skill MP. There we go. Okay. We may have to send a packet here. So we may have to send a failure packet, maybe. All right. So then we update the MP and we will have to broadcast this update as well. Okay, and then we have to check since we don't have items yet, we can't check for the dagger. So I'm gonna comment this out, but weapon, I don't know, type, something like this. If it's not Um, well, skill requires dagger, and SRC weapon type isn't like dagger. I don't know, something like that. Return, so we don't have the weapon. Get rid of that. There we go. And then what else? Requires back and requires target. Okay, so let's make sure we do have a target. So skill requires target and SRC source controller target ID. So we don't have a target. Don't do anything. There we go. And then requires back. If skill requires back, then we will have to do some math in here. And I've done this several times in the past, but I never remember how it gets done. And where did I have an example for this? I guess I can use the internet and cheat. Check for back vector. Oh, maybe we got CGLM back. I don't think so, but we can always, let's see, do we have something like back? No. Check for back vector. Stack overflow. Yay! Position. Well, today I'm failing to use check if point is behind target. Alright. Let's see, what do we got? Target is in front, target is not in the front. Sounds about right. Okay, so we need the difference between the position. Sounds good. Alright, so GLM duck. API. We need vectors. Vector B from vector A. Sounds good. Alright. Got it. Alright. So, do we have? No, we don't. Alright. So include cglm.h, I think. Whoa. Find cglm.h. Okay. We have to change this. There we go. Okay, so now we can use that. Let's see, where was I making the change? Skill. Right, and then pick 3, src pause, pick 3, target pause. There we go. And then let's update this. Src pause. And if I recall correctly, we use an array for this. Yeah. Okay. Sounds about right. Okay. So source, this is going to be src position.x, y, and z. Okay. And the same for the target. Target, target, target. Okay. There. All right. So now we have to get the difference. All right. Back 3, 10 back. Or yeah, let's go with 10. Okay. So this is all right. Okay, so give me the difference from the target. Yeah, target pause. We don't have to pass that. And src pause. There we go. And put it in tmp back. Okay, now we have to normalize. Yo, normalize. There we go. And I don't know if I should explain this, but I'm not the best at math. So I guess I'm gonna have to skip that. But suffice to say, we are trying to know if this condition is met. All right. So we get the difference, we normalize, and then we use the dot product. Yes, sir. Do we have dot? I'm assuming we do. Do we got this? Dot product between okay, this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so we want I'm gonna do dot tmp back, and actually let's to target back. To target back, yeah, sure. All right, let's use the same name as the example. To target back. To target back. Whoops, there we go. To target back, and then transform forward. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's the vector that I have to pass in here. So let's go ahead and search for more documentation. Use dot product to check if point is, and then see what we got. Yeah, I do remember a very good site where it showed all of this with nice graphs, but I can't seem to find it. The product. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think this is the one. Oh, nice documentation for children's. All right, this is about it. Nice. All right. Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. And then transform, transform direction. Mm-hmm. Transform forward. And what is a transform? Well, mm-hmm. So um, I'm not too sure about this. Yeah, we may have to check on the L2J project. I don't want to, but at the same time, all right. So what if I? Mm-hmm. Let's Whoops. Okay. So what did I do? All right. So what if I say something like this, right? Like so, and I don't know, for some reason, let's do X and Y to be 1. Let's see what's the result of that. And then look normal. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to say a value. Okay. But this is about right, right? Forward, other. Yeah. Okay. And then we are going to get a float, if I'm correct. Where's the dot? Yeah, we're getting a float, so change that. And then that's about it, right? So now let's change the cast stuff. Alright, and then I'm going to say struct JS skill backstab, right? Yep, and then backstab. There we go. So now we're gonna do ID equals 30 MP, I don't know, 15, and then requires back, yes. And what else did I got? Level, well, yeah, backstab level 1, there we go. Hit time, reuse time, I don't think, yeah, we use that, okay. So backstab, hit time, I don't know, 10. I have to check what's the unit for this values, but I'm assuming these are seconds. I may be wrong. Alright, let's see if I can compile this. Okay, it missed every single window. Bash build, what do we got? It's not defined. What do you mean? Oh, because I have to find a target first. Okay, so I guess I can do struct just character target like so, and then target, and then just find by ID. Is that it? There we go. And I think I have to pass, yeah, the state, which is JS. Okay. And then if we don't find the target, return. Okay. Well, we can do this better, but that's fine. So get me the target, and then we should be able to get this. All right. Which one is it? Come on, man. Right. Um. So this is unsigned. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Do we have the util? No, I don't want to use this. Okay, let's just for now cast that. All right. So now let's go to game and let's see what happens. do you have an NPC from in here? No, okay. Alright, so what do we got? Show me the game server. Okay, and then if I want to cast this, I get the value 1.33. What if I go to the back and then I get a negative? What if I go here? Well, can we consider that to be the back? I'm not sure. What about here? Oh no, is it negative if I'm behind? Seems like so, right? Well, is that... Well, I don't know. I guess... Whoa, did it fail? For some reason this is not casting? Why not? Oh, maybe because I don't have MP. Okay, so... Got it. Alright. Alright, so then if this... I'm sorry, not this. This. I mean, if anybody has better knowledge about this, please do let me know because I'm pretty sure I'm doing some dumb stuff here and I'm getting lucky. Yeah. So if it's negative, well, we can say that we're not behind the target. I mean, positive in front, behind, right? And then I'm gonna broadcast the stats. How can I do that? Broadcast. Actually, I think it was stats. Oh, come on. Send status. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Alright, so then here, and what am I going to do? Okay, so I guess I can do src and then src. There we go. Dash build. Come on. Okay. There we go. So now, for some reason, I can't move, but if I hit the keyboard, it works. Okay, so now we don't have MP, so I'm gonna have to restart. And let's see if this works. All right, can I go back in? Okay, so let's go in the front. And for some reason, I'm not getting the MP updated. And the condition is not met. Oh, did I? Did it backwards. Did I? I think I did. Let's check on the documentation. Okay. Well, yeah. So if it is negative, this is fine, right? Or could it be... I mean, maybe it's not facing the right direction. I'm not sure, but at the same time, why am I not getting this? Or is it, um, maybe it's just sending the MP? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to make this a bit better. Yeah, send the MP as well. Max MP, max MP, and then the car MP, right? And this is 2, 2, 3, and this is MP, right? And then I'm sending 4, and I'm not sure. Oh, I'm okay. I'm reusing the same variable for this. Okay, that's fine. And let's see if I can compile this. Can I? Yes, sir. Okay, so go back. Okay, and then, okay, there we go. So the MP gets reduced, which is fine. But this is not. All right. So what if I just switch the condition? Um. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I'm gonna have to dig in later. But if anybody has a better understanding for this, please feel free to correct me. All right, so now in the front, well, this is definitely wrong. What's going on? Yeah, this is okay. So then, but why? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's test my. I want to test something out real quick. So cast the skill. This one. Let's say that now, instead of using 50 MP, it will recover 50 MP. So go ahead and compile. And let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. So then we can implement something like steal. You know what I mean? Very easily, and by just updating some value, right? We don't have to change any code whatsoever. And this information will be stored in the database, right? Um, yeah, so I would like to check if I can get a better, you know what? I may have to go to the LTJ project to check this, because maybe I'm also thinking that perhaps, well, I mean, I have to get the facing, I'm assuming, right? I have to get the facing of this object, right? Do I? Hmm. Well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to research this a bit more. But in the meantime, I'm quite happy with the result. And let's go ahead and comment this. I was gonna use Visual Studio Code for this to get a better autocomplete, but for some reason I'm getting a lot of errors in the code. Alright, so what are the changes? Yeah, so now we're broadcasting the MP, and then we are sending the skill. And then let's go ahead and add a to-do here. To-do to be done when items get implemented. There we go, and then now it gets rainy here. How can I make the target code a bit better? Maybe something like this. Um, you know, something like this. If requires target, go ahead and find it. Well, maybe we can get rid of those, right? Something like that. So we need the target and we can't find it. Don't do anything. And maybe we can log this for the time being. Skill required target, but none was found. Something like that. Alright. And then skill required not enough MP to cast skill. Right? Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna have to see why the hell am I getting this many errors. And I'm gonna do double check. This is buggy code. Oh, buggy code. There we go. I mean, this should be based on the documentation. Yeah, the initial condition was fine. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna add the log as well. Targets back, but it's in front. Yeah. There we go. We use the resources and then we cast this. Okay. And then, yeah, let's update this. Um, don't hard code the skill. There we go. There's skill. Yep, sounds about right. And then there we go. There we go. Okay, so add with this skill struct where we can define or where we can um, how can I say this? Where we can um, set skill behavior by setting properties or based on data. Oh yeah, set skill behavior based on properties. No code required. Right? There we go. And then can I? What is? Well, let's go ahead and push this. There we go. All right, guys. I guess this is it for now. Um, I'm gonna review the the back code, but in the meantime, I'm very happy with this implementation. I know this is not a lot, but we're getting there. Um, hopefully, we can implement skills. I'm sorry, not skills, items, so that we can tackle um, some more conditions from the skills, right? So yeah, guys, if you wanna get in touch, remember we got the Discord, and then if you wanna check it out, if you wanna check the code out, I'm gonna leave the link to the GitHub repository in the video description. Take good care.